Well, today is a special edition of Tyler's Pep Talks. Today is March 8th, and it would be my best friend's 32nd birthday. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us. And he passed away in late November 2022. I actually wanted this segment to be my second or third episode, but I couldn't make it through the video. And but real quick, we're just going to show some pictures of me and Steven and my brother Aaron as we grew up and stuff. It's me, Steven, and Aaron, and we're all at the pool. This is Steven and his parents, Joe and Miss Helen. I'm not sure who's in this picture, but Steven's in the middle. This is me, Aaron, and Steven. I'm the one with the crazy face. And this last one is me and Steven. See, we were happy kids, man. And here on Tyler's Pep Talks, you know, we like to cover real subjects. And so we're going to talk about friendship. I was blessed with very good friends, very good friend growing up. And I've been blessed later in life as well with good friends. But Steven was my best friend. We knew each other for 28 years. I'm 31 years old. We met when we were 3 years old. And it's hard to talk about. We went through so many things in life. But he's the perfect example of a good friend. And what I mean by that is this. He, no matter what we were going through, you know, we got older, you know, we branched out, we were, you know, doing our own thing. But we never lost that connection. We were never at a point where we weren't friends. We were always had each other's backs. There's only one thing I regret in our friendship, and that was me. On his 21st birthday, I was being a little girl because some girl turned me down and whatever. And I didn't go out with him. You know, I was only 20 at the time and I probably wouldn't have gotten in, which was my excuse. But at the same time, I would have still been there. I would have had just as much fun on the street hanging out with them. You know, as they were going bar hopping, it was him and his cousin. And I didn't do that. And that's really my one regret. I really regret that, especially now. But no matter what it was, no matter the life situation, he was there. If I needed someone to talk to, he was there. If he needed someone to talk to, I was there. And we really had a very good two-way street. It wasn't just one way. He was, excluding my family, he was the first person I seen when I came home. He literally was there like the second day I got out. I got his picture right here, actually. This is as me, my brother, and Steven right there. This is 2 days after I came home. You know? Because that's the kind of friend he was. And that's the kind of friend that we need in our lives. And unfortunately, most of us don't have a Steven in our life. Most of us have horrible friends who only care about them, who only want to do what they want to do. They don't have any respect or any type of recognition for you as a person. All you are to them is their plus one. And that's horrible. But a lot of people go through this. And even if, you know, they're doing things that you don't necessarily agree with, eventually you will start doing those things because you are getting comfortable with those things. You are comfortable with being around that person doing those things. And slowly, you will start doing those things. Because birds of a feather flock together. And no matter who you are, once you are continuously subjected to whatever it is, your moral compass will change. And once that moral compass changes, it's no longer, oh, I can't believe she's doing that, or he's doing that, or whatever. It's, I wonder if I should try it. I wonder what that's like. I wonder, and this could be anything, anything, drinking, drugs, sex, uh, just being around the wrong people, dangerous situations. We get addicted to a lot more things than people really think. Because the way you think isn't an addiction in itself, because the way you think, that is the continuous behavioral pattern that is imprinted on you. Like I said, I've been lucky. I've been lucky. I've been blessed with some very good friends. I really have. To this day, I've been blessed with some really good friends. But I'm also putting out positivity. I'm also putting out respect and boundaries, not only for myself, but for my friends as well. Because when you do that, you see if they're really your friend. Are they going to respect your boundaries? Or are they going to push this shit in your face? If they keep putting it in your face over and over again, they're not really your friend. They're trying to make you like them instead of respecting who you are as a person. That's one thing about my buddy Steven. My buddy Steven respected everybody for who they were. Didn't matter who you were. Didn't matter where you came from, what color you were, how much money you had in your pocket. None of that mattered to that man. None of that. The only thing mattered to that man was how you treated him, how you treated his family, how you treated his friends. That's what he cared about. If you could respect him, then he will respect you. And that's a true friend. That is a true friend. And I watched them do this over and over again, and I learned so many things from Steven. Because not only was he a true friend, but he stood on his 10 toes. He was no pushover. He had no problems bopping you in the mouth if he had to. None. But that wasn't his go-to. His go-to was try to make you a friend. But if you overstepped your bounds with him, that didn't matter. Because you are no longer someone that he even wants to associate with. And if you pressed the issue, he would bop you in the mouth. I would too. He's an amazing person. Amazing person. And I'm so glad I'm able to use him as an example in one of my videos. Like I said, this is a dedication to him. Today would be his birthday. I mean, I guess it is still his birthday. He's just no longer on this plane. This is the longest I've ever gotten in this video. Like I said, I've tried to make this video like 4 or 5 separate times. And but it's hard. It's hard. It's very hard, but we're trying to honor him and his memory. And there's no better way than to talk about that man as he was as a friend. Little backstory. Me and him, we were going through our own struggles. Okay? We were dealing with the same type of thing, but it was different. And we both beat it. We both beat it. Both of us did. And I could have been more proud of the man, And he couldn't have been more proud of me because we had our friends back. See, when you are on a different path, when you're on a path that is not sound with who you are as a person, that is not sound with your character, you are no longer that person. And your good friends might push you away. And you're sitting there thinking, oh, I can't believe that they would do this to me when I needed them the most. No, they're not doing that to you. They're protecting themselves because you're no longer respecting their boundaries. You're longer respecting them as people. You are in a state of destruction. And a good friend, though they want to help you, cannot be around that because they don't want to be destroyed too. They don't want to be sucked into your whirlwind because birds of a feather flock together. So if you're doing bad and there's people having to away from you, those are probably your good friends that you're chasing away through your own actions and behaviors. And you can really take the gauge of a person based on who their friends are. Because whoever their friends are is whatever they're comfortable with being around on a regular basis. So what are you comfortable around? What are you accepting in your life? What kind of friends do you have? Like I said, I've been blessed. I really have. Even through my dark times, like not all the way through my dark times, but even through my dark times, like I've had the benefit of good friends. And a lot of them had to push me away. And at the time I was hurt. I was scorned. I was depressed. Like, why are they leaving me now? Because in my mind, they abandoned me. But they didn't. They had to allow me to go so I could make my own choices. Because I was no longer living a life that was acceptable to their choices. And that's not selfish. It's self-preservation. That's not selfish. That is respect. Even though I didn't see it at the time, and looking back on it, I see it now. I understand it. Because I was in a self-destructive mode. I was in a state of complete self-isolation. But when push come to shove, and you're really down and out, and you really needed somebody, you call one of them good friends. Because they'll know the difference if you're trying to manipulate them or if you really need them. And if you really need them, like, them good friends will come through for you. 9 times out of 10, unless something crazy happening in their own life. But 9 times out of 10, they'll be there. Because they're real friends. Not these fake, fair weather friends that most people have these days. It really is sad. Because a lot of people ain't going to be able to have a Stephen in their life. A bond stretching almost 3 decades. You know? A lot of people ain't going to have that. And that's really, it hurts me. Because I know what that's like. I know what it's like to have a friend that no matter what I was going through, to almost to the extreme, that if I really needed, I could make that phone call and he'd be there as fast as he could. That's why this is dedicated to him. I hope he's resting in peace with his mama. Because he was one of a kind. He was one of a kind. It's just, friendship's so hard. Because we get lost in what we're supposed to have and what we think we need. And it's really easy to be led astray by a friend because we trust those people. Not knowing the whole time they're not really our friends. They're playing, they acting. because you have something that they need. Because you have something that they want. But a good friend, a true friend, they don't want nothing but the best for you. A little bit of time when they need you. And just the happiness of memories. I really hope y'all enjoy this. This is dedicated to Stephen Morris. Rest in peace, brother. And I hope everybody has a great night. I hope everybody finds a great friend like I've been able to experience in my life. That's what I wish for all of y'all. Because there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. One more thing I forgot. Higher Vision. Right here. HigherVisionClothing.com. Great quality shirts. Have a go check them out. Go check them out. I love you. Be safe. Have a great night.